Hi guys, welcome to my discussion about waste management. By the way, I am Mr. Senonli E. Lines. So before I proceed to discussion proper, let me discuss to you all the difference between preservation and conservation because these are the two words that are very important when we are discussing the environmental protection. So preservation or conservation first. Conservation seeks the proper use of nature, while preservation seeks protection of nature from use. So let's begin with waste. What is waste? So waste is defined as a material that is not unwanted. It is a unusable remains or byproducts of something. Another meaning is it is any substance which is discarded after use or worthless, defective, and of no use. There are two kinds of waste, the liquid and the solid waste. The first I would like to discuss is the liquid waste. So according to Environmental Protection Agency, liquid waste is any waste material that passes the definition of a liquid. It is a liquid that are hazardous or potentially harmful to human health and the environment. Sewage from septic tank and wastewater from industries, farm, etc. are the examples of liquid waste. Originally, when we talk about water, it has three types. The blue water, coming from the spring, wells, and the like, and gray water and black water. But when we talk about liquid waste or wastewater, we are dealing only on two, the black water and gray water. Gray water is all of the wastewater that drains from shower and kitchen and bathroom sinks, while black water is coming from industries processes and septic tanks and household septic tanks. This both contains bacteria, but in gray water can be filtered and reused in garden or lawns if done properly. The black water contains human waste and hazardous chemicals that are unsafe, so it must be stored in its own tank and dispose it properly. So there are two sources of water pollution or liquid waste, the point sources and the non-point sources. The point sources is any identifiable source of pollution with a specific point of discharge into a particular water body. Example are the treated and untreated wastewater from factories, domestic wastewater, treated water from sewerage treatment plants, and wastewater from feedlots and fish farm. The second one is the non-point sources. It is the term used to describe pollution resulting from many diffuse sources, in direct contrast to point source pollution which result from a single source. Non-point source pollution generally result from land runoff, precipitation, atmospheric deposition, drainage, seepage, or hydrological modification. Now, let's proceed to the negative effects of liquid waste. If liquid waste, specifically untreated liquid waste, pollutes water, it can produce waterborne diseases such as typhoid fever, cholera, hepatitis A, and food poisoning. I have personally experienced waterborne disease when the water I drank was contaminated by liquid waste. I hospitalized because I suffered from severe diarrhea. It takes a week to remove all the bacteria introduced in my body because of drinking contaminated water. Next is the negative effects of liquid waste to the environment, specifically on water. The most immediate effect of wastewater to the environment is the contaminator of surface and groundwater. It is also contributes toward the contamination and destruction of natural habitats by exposing them to harmful chemicals. This dilemma happened when two people dumped chemicals or chemical waste in the river of Tuy, Batangas, giant bubbles were seen and several marine species were killed. For the land, it will degrade the soil and disrupt the natural habitat of terrestrial species. And last, for the air, it releases foul smell. This was happened when fish kill hits Bulacan ponds. Tons dead milkfish and tilapias release foul odor affecting nearby barangays. Now let's see the liquid waste issues in the Philippines. So the first one is the killing of Pasig River. After World War II, informal settlers and several companies dumped their waste into the river, making it effectively a huge sewage system. Thus, in 1990s, the Pasig River was considered biologically dead. Second, the Manila Bay's water pollution. Manila Bay is situated in the capital of the Philippines where population is about 13 million plus, not included the tourists and workers. Rapid population growth and industrialization, plus the fact that the Manila Bay is the catch basin of the highland provinces such as Pampanga, Cavite, Bulacan, and Bataan. So some of the recovered waste coming from the upland was found in Manila Bay. As a result, Manila Bay became polluted and unprofitable. Third is the Boracay's algal bloom. Boracay was hit by massive algal bloom last April 2018. This was due to disposal of untreated water that rich in nitrogen and phosphorus of commercial establishment. This scenario was the reason why the government implement the 6-month rehabilitation program. And last, the El Nido Beach turned black. Recently, the 2020 best island in the world turned black after sewage water pumped into the sea. The effects of liquid waste can be prevented if the following mitigating measures are applied. These are conserving of water and the use of wastewater treatment plant. So what is wastewater treatment? So wastewater treatment is a process used to remove contaminants from wastewater or sewage and convert it to effluent that can be returned to the water cycle with acceptance impact on the environment or reused for various purposes. And of course, the strong implementation of laws and policies pertaining to wastewater management, such as PD 1067 or the Water Code of the Philippines, the RA 9275 or the Clean Water Act, and the MARPOL 7378 or the Maritime Pollution. After knowing the effects of dumping of liquid waste to the sea, the government had created programs to bring back the glory of these tourist attractions. They created the Pasig River Rehabilitation Program, Manila Bay Beautification and Nourishment Project under Manila Bay Rehabilitation Program, and Boracay Rehabilitation Program for Pasig River, Manila Bay, and Boracay respectively. So after the completion of this program, these tourist attractions are now recuperating. So now let's proceed to solid waste. So solid waste is commonly known as trash or garbage in the United States and rubbish in Britain. It is a waste type consisting of everyday items that are discarded by the public. So solid waste can be classified into different types depending on their sources. The household waste is generally classified as municipal waste, the industrial waste as hazardous waste, and the biomedical waste or hospital waste as infectious waste. So let's proceed to municipal solid waste. This garbage is generated mainly from residential and commercial complexes. Municipal solid waste consists of household waste, constructions and demolition debris, sanitation residue, and waste from streets. So municipal solid waste has four broad categories: the biodegradable or the organic waste, the special waste, the recyclable waste, and the residual waste. So I am going to discuss it to all of you one by one. First, the biodegradable. It is a waste that can be broken down. Commonly, this is a product of nature or made by nature. Example is the kitchen waste and garden waste. Second, the special waste. It is refers to households solid waste that can directly harm people and the environment. These are the paints, bulbs, sprays or spray cans, fertilizer and pesticide containers, batteries, shoe polish, and the like. Third is the recyclables. It is the waste that can be recovered, reused, or sell to use as another products. These are papers, glass, metals, and plastics, except single-use plastic and the like. The last one is the residual or the disposable. It is non-hazardous waste material that cannot be reused or recycled and needs to be sent to energy recovery or disposal. These are single-use plastics, styrofoam products, and the like. Then, we are going to industrial waste. Industrial and hospital waste is considered as hazardous as they may contain toxic substances. Certain type of household waste are also hazardous. Hazardous waste could be highly toxic to humans, animals, and plants. These are corrosive, highly flammable, or explosive, and react when exposed to certain things. Example is the gas or gases. Last is the hospital waste. Hospital waste is generated during diagnosis, treatment, or immunization of human beings or animals, or in research activities in these fields, or in the production or testing of biologicals. It may include waste like sharps, soil waste, disposables, anatomical waste, cultures, discarded medicines, chemical waste, etc. These are in the form of disposable syringe, swabs, bandage, body fluids, human excreta, etc. This waste is highly infectious and can be a serious threat to human health if not managed in a scientific and discriminate manner. So what are the negative effects of improper solid waste disposal? So same with liquid waste, it can produce waterborne and foodborne diseases. Next is the effects of solid waste to economy. So the first is aesthetic pollution. Aesthetic pollution is the visual pollution. It refers to the impacts of pollution that impairs one's ability to enjoy pleasant view. This is always applicable to tourist destination or attraction where tourists are being disappointed when they see garbage in the area. So as a result, it dwindled the tourists and decreased the economy. Third is the effects of solid waste to the environment, specifically on water. It contaminates water, destruct or destroy the natural habitat, and later on kills marine and terrestrial species. Fourth, effects of solid waste on land. First, it degrades soil, then destruct the natural habitat, then later on kill the terrestrial species. Last is the effect of solid waste to the air. Air pollution is the effect of burning of solid waste. When solid wastes are burned, it releases toxic gases such as carbon dioxide and methane gas that would add up to the excessive greenhouse gases in the atmosphere that trap the heat. As a result, global warming becomes worse. So next topic is the reasons why solid waste management is not achieved. First is because many LGUs or local government units have no designated municipal environment and natural resources officer or city environment and natural resources officer. Because creating and designating a MENHO or SENHO is an initiative of LGU. No laws mandates LGU to create MENHO or SENHO. Second, some LGU are wanting in terms of technical capability. Third, there is insufficient budget allocated to solid waste management program. Fourth, some local executives have different priorities. Fifth, many LGUs have insufficient data by which to base their program. Six, some LGUs have no 10-year solid waste management plan. Seven, many LGUs lack supporting ordinances. Eight, there is no waste collection in many barangays. And last, some LGUs have inactive municipal solid waste management board. So how do we solve the solid waste problem? So this is to the help of RA 9003 or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000. So Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 or the RA 9003 Ecological Solid Waste Management Act mandates the systematic administration of activities which provide for the segregation of waste at source, segregation, transport, storage, transfer, processing, treatment, and disposal which do not harm the environment. So what is waste management? In the simplest term, waste management can be defined as collection, transportation, and disposal of garbage, sewage, and other waste products. Now, I'm going to show you all the real waste hierarchy. This is the pyramid consisting of the strategies for solid waste management. So we have most preferred strategies, least preferred strategies, and the not accepted strategy. Okay, for the most preferred strategies, we have preventions, minimization, reusing, and recycling. The least preferred are landfilling, incineration, and dumping. And the not accepted is the open burning. Okay, now let's proceed to waste stream or waste cycle. Okay, so we will start to waste generation. So after consuming your goods, you need to store your waste until the collector is arrived. Then your waste will be transported to MRF to assess or sort if your waste is going to recycling or it will be disposed. If your waste will undergo recycling, waste reduction will occur because companies will not purchase raw materials again. Example, when you buy 1 liter of soft drinks, you will return the bottle, so the companies will not deplete the resources for bottle. So in order to reduce our waste generation or our waste, we need to follow this organization. So after consumption and generation, we need to identify our waste for proper segregation. Then, after segregation, we will identify if this is a biodegradable or non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable is consisting of recyclable, special waste, and residual. So it can be non-biodegradable, can be reusable, recyclable, or it can be disposed. Then, if this is biodegradable, strategies will be applied, such as composting using effective microorganism technology or EM technology. So as of 2018, there are no open dam sites and even sanitary landfills in Cavite. So what is the problem? Because communities are against putting up more sanitary landfills. So the best way is to reduce our waste generation. So reclamation of materials and energy from waste is an environmentally sound alternative to waste disposal. So another strategy in waste management is the establishment or the creation of material recovery facility. This is the MRF of Carmona Ecological Committee, St. Joseph Parish. So MRF, it is a system or area where waste are being segregated and recovered. It is also an area where program about solid waste, specifically biodegradable waste, is being applied. So next is the 3R, or the reduce, reuse, and recycling. So reduce, it is the minimization of waste, avoiding wasteful consumption of goods to minimize waste and conserve our natural resources. The reuse, it is a reusing the product for the same or a different purpose. Then for the recycling, process of transforming materials into secondary resources for manufacturing new products. Some environmentalists suggest that another R must be added in the waste management logo, and this R stands for recover. Recover is an act of obtaining usable substance from unusable sources. So that is the reduce, reuse, and recycle. So now let's do proper waste segregation. And after segregation, we will apply some techniques to minimize our waste. So for biodegradable, we need to store in a covered containers the peelings, leftover foods, vegetable trims, and so on and so forth to make it a compost. For recyclable waste, use segregation bins and put newspapers, ferrous scrap metals, non-ferrous scrap metals, glass, tin cans, and sell it to the junk shop. For the residual waste or disposal waste, put in a plastic bag for transport. These are sanitary napkins, disposable diapers, ceramics, candy wrappers, cartons with plastic linings, and wait for the collectors to arrive or wait for the schedule of trucks. So this is the proper way of segregating your waste. So this time, I'm gonna show you all the strategies or best practices in our municipality, which is GMA, to the effort of our Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Officer. First is we have 3 trash bins labeled with non-biodegradable or residual, recyclable, and biodegradable in all public places. Then, our municipality also conduct waste branding. This is to have an agreement with the companies that produce plastics. This is a part of reducing program of GM. Then our municipality also have path making. This is also a part of recycling program of our municipality. It is also creates a livelihood for women and extra income for waste collectors. And last, as part of recovery and recycling program, our municipality have biogas digester and composting facility. So this is the simple illustration of how biogas digester works. Okay, so how we solve the solid waste problem in the Philippines. So first, by educating yourself and others, educate your community about the effects of improper dumping of waste, encourage your neighbor, family, and friends to practice the 3R, the reduce, reuse, and recycling, and serve as a model and a good follower, and the rest will follow. So what are the benefits of having a good waste management program? So first is better environment. Then second, reduces pollution, conserve energy, and creates employment. So thank you very much and help us protect our home. God bless.